I don't know what else she did. I was like, what in the world is that?
People that have been around this channel from the start, or anyone who's gone back and watched my videos, knows the first theory that I had, or the first theory that I put out there. It was Candus covering up an accident and speculating about what happened during the key hours 3:30 to 6:30. In another video a few weeks later, I was talking about Summer playing hide and go seek. And I know hide and go seek is a game on Minecraft also, but I'm talking about an actual physical game of hide and go seek. The gist of that was speculating that Summer got home okay, everything was fine. Candus was telling the truth when she took off her seatbelt and Summer jumped up. But that's as far as I believe Candus. I think she was after having a long day, wanted to relax. Perhaps she went off, had a spliff, had a joint, and started scrolling on TikTok. Started looking at all the photos and the videos that she took that day. Anybody who uses TikTok knows how addictive it can be. If you don't, ask someone, they'll tell you. I would like to know also, I'd love if someone asked Ali at the time where she keeps her weed. Is it down in the bedroom perhaps? Like I wonder, did she go down there to smoke it? Would it have been downstairs perhaps, or maybe in the boys' room as you come into the house? Either way, I don't think she was in the same room as Summer and the boys. I think she was zonked out of it and had her head stuck in her phone. But back to Summer. When she got out of the car, she would have gone into the boys. They were watching Minecraft videos on YouTube. YouTube was the babysitter for the day. People have said that they think because of this they went outside because they wanted to get some fresh air because they were locked in all day. I'm not so sure. Like TikTok, if you've seen any kids watching these Minecraft videos on YouTube, they can be very addictive. It can be very hard to get them off. Was Summer annoying them when she came back? Was she disturbing them from watching their videos? She for sure would have been telling them about the slushie she got. I'm sure they were jealous they didn't get any. She for sure would have telling them about seeing Hunter and all the fun she had at the waterhole. Again here, I'm sure they were jealous. All kids love teenagers. I'm sure they idolised Hunter and thought he was the coolest kid ever. So that's 3 things that might have annoyed the boys. She was disturbing them from watching Minecraft, she got a slushie, and she was with Hunter. It is alleged that one of the boys told the TBI officer that night that they were playing hide and go seek. What if that's half true? What if, in an effort to get Summer to go away and leave them alone, they pranked her, said, let's play hide and go seek. They started counting, 1, 2, 3, Summer runs out the door, they stop counting, go back to watching Minecraft. Candus is as high as a kite and has her face stuck in a phone, she doesn't even notice. 30-40 minutes later, Candus goes looking for Summer. She goes upstairs or goes into the kitchen, can't see her, goes outside, calls, no joy, goes back into the boys and questions them. They say they think she might be hiding somewhere. Candus goes downstairs, searches around, and this is where she thinks she is gone because she's already after checking outside. In Candus's version, she says she was just gone when she was in the basement, but this doesn't make sense because in her version she's not after checking outside yet. So why does she think she's gone? But back to my version. Candus walks out the back door, unlocks it, walks out the back door, walks up the yard, then it dawns on her. She checks the fridge, she finds Summer. Summer was hiding in the fridge freezer in the yard. She suffocated. She screams. This is the scream that Jodie Sue heard. It was a bit muffled because half the sound would be travelling into a fridge. Grandis comes running out. As she is coming out, she can see Candus slumped. She sees the boys heading out, so she just shouts at the boys to head back in. That's it, they see nothing. You have to remember the location now of where the fridge is and where Grandis is and the front door. She would have having eyes on the front door and the fridge, whereas the boys would only have eyes on her. But they don't think too much of it. They go back over, they're used to screaming, they start watching Minecraft. Now we have a decision to be made, and perhaps Grandis has made a similar decision in the past. Summer is lifeless, she's gone, she's not coming back, she's dead. Just pause here now for a second and try to put yourself in Candus's shoes. Imagine you were her. CPS is already onto you, they're coming back in a few days. If you call this in, the boys are gone. She has to know that. Dom will beat her to within an inch of her life if he finds out. She'll lose the boys, she'll lose Don, possibly her life. She'll be homeless, she loses everything. If she can cover her up, she keeps the boys. Remember, she still has them now at the time. She keeps Don, she keeps her house. This was a split-second decision. And I can see, if this happened, why she would cover her up. I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying I can see how she would think that this is the best decision for her. She has everything to lose by calling this in. But this is kind of where I run into problems then with this, because why didn't the cadaver dogs or any of the trauma dogs alert on that fridge? Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't think they did. And where could Candus possibly hide Summer's body in a short space of time that it wouldn't be found? She doesn't have a shovel. She wouldn't be able to dig a hole. If she did, it would have to be just thrown in some overgrown hedge or into some water. And I know they aren't reliable and Ellie could be fibbing us, but Grandis and Candus don't strike me as people who would pass a polygraph. The reason Candus is placing Summer back down in the basement is just to get away from the fridge freezer out the front. She doesn't want anyone in there that to cop on what happened. And that's a scenario that I was contemplating, but I never seen the fridge freezer. I looked through videos online, couldn't find it. People mentioned it in comments, and I asked them could they link it, and they couldn't find it either. And I did get some very interesting comments on that video. This was 2 comments underneath it. Brendan Murphy, my son did exactly that. He was playing hide and seek. I luckily heard his panic screaming and opened the door. There's another comment underneath, someone talking about it happening to them and their younger brother. This does happen, kids. This is an article I found online called The Dangers of Old Refrigerators and Kids. And it was a post that was started in 2013. And there's lots of details underneath. I'll link it down below. The original poster is posting saying there's a sad situation yesterday where a local boy suffocated after being stuck in a non-working refrigerator that someone had in their backyard. The yard wasn't fenced. There was easy access to the refrigerator. It was an older model refrigerator where the door locked when it shut and could only be opened from the outside. I was surprised to read on the local radio station's Facebook page about how many people had no idea if you put a non-working refrigerator or freezer outside or in an area where children could get to, the doors had to be removed. In fact, in Illinois, I think it is a law or an ordinance or something. It is something I have always known, so I just figured everyone else knew it too, but apparently it's not common knowledge. So now I'm asking, did you know if you put a refrigerator or freezer outside to be junked, you must remove the doors? I didn't know this, and I did have someone tell me in the comments on the last video as well about this, but I had no idea about this, that you have to remove the doors because it's so dangerous. And there is comments underneath this thread as well of people being like, oh yeah, we all knew this, everyone knows that. I had no idea. I had never seen the fridge freezer that was in Summer Wells' yard. I didn't know what it looked like, but I knew it was there from people commenting. So you can imagine my shock last night as I was thinking about this theory, wondering, did one of the boys say anything? I was watching a live stream, Crime Lies and Lies I think it was, and they played a clip of the refrigerator. I was drinking a cup of tea, having a biscuit. No joke, I dropped my biscuit into the tea. Here's the clip.
At Summer's hilltop home, Wells showed me a refrigerator he says Summer played on.
I don't know what else she did. I was like, what in the world is that?
This was not the type of clip I was expecting. I had to go get a spoon to get my biscuit out of the tea. This isn't how I thought it went down. I have to talk about it. Let me play it once more.
At Summer's hilltop home, Wells showed me a refrigerator he says Summer played on.
I don't know what else she did. I was like, what in the world is that?
First off, she says at the start, Wells showed me a refrigerator Summer played on. Like, who suggested they go over there? Was it done? Really? Oh hey, come here and look at it, my kid's broken refrigerator that she plays with. Or did the news station suggest it? Did they suggest that they go over there? Do they know something we don't? And secondly, look at Don. Look how uncomfortable he is when he's walking over there. He's acting weird. Is the penny dropping with him as he's walking over to what could have happening? Is this when he realised? He walks over, you can see him with his head down just having a little think. What's he thinking about? Is he thinking to himself, I wonder why they want me to show him the refrigerator? Then when he gets over there, he opens it, hits it, is completely frazzled, starts giggling like a teenager, saying, I don't know what else she did. He's hitting the fridge, but it's like there's a disconnect between his hand hitting the fridge and his brain, because he laughs and says, oh, what was that? It's very strange. I can't believe I didn't see this clip until yesterday. And I won't lie, with the search happening yesterday and wondering about the boy saying anything, it does have me coming back to this theory. Huge problems with it though, because the dogs didn't alert. And the biggest thing of all is where's Summer's body? I'm really interested to hear people's thoughts. Am I the only person who didn't see this clip? And if you do think this is a possible theory, then how could Candus get away with it? Let me know what you think. Good luck, God bless, have a good day.